welcome BoLS Souls fans to our first Attack Wing battle report. Now,
that would be Star Trek Attack Wing.
Star Trek Attack Wing.
There's a D&D Attack Wing now too.
Right, and there are no dragons on this table.
No,
it's
black
starships.
And these are starships.
And captains.
We're in space.
Now, Attack Wing has become an interesting game. It's evolved a lot over the months, and actually I think it's a bit over a year old now. There are a lot of expansions to buy, and it's become rife with broken combos. But for me, that's not what the game is about. Because ultimately, I'm a Trek nerd. So what I like to do, for me, this is just a fun, silly game to play with friends. And that's exactly what this battle report is going to try to get across. Since Larry is pretty new to it, I've set him up with a very simple force. He has the ships, some of the most memorable ships and captains from the Next Gen Timeline series. So he has
the Defiant.
He's got the Defiant with Captain Sisko. All right, cool. We've got the Voyager with Janeway, and we have Picard not on the not on the D, but on the Enterprise E. So that was the one that they started with, I guess, in First Contact.
In one of the movies.
Yeah, after Troy crashed the other one onto that planet in the middle of nowhere.
She does that.
So he does his fleet's very simple. It's just got ships and captains. Now, because like I said, let's be a silly game. Over here, I have something completely different. We're going to call this game Uprising. I've got my own little fan script I've worked out here, and who I'm sending against Larry's captains today are all the first officers from the shows that are reflected by his ships and captains. So I've got Kira Nerys over here on this Bajoran Interceptor. I've actually got some upgrades on her ship. She has Quark. Quark's one of my favorite characters. His card you can only get right now with it's a pretty limited edition thing. They were giving it out at some WizKids events. I got mine at Gen Con with the DS9. Her other upgrade is a warp drive refit. It's a tech upgrade. It lets me choose a 4 maneuver instead of a 3 maneuver. I've also got Will Riker captaining the actual Enterprise D itself. I don't know, somehow they managed to dredge it up off that planet. And he has brought along Deanna Troi for the ride. They've also got Barclay hanging out. I guess he wasn't good enough. He was always getting into trouble on Picard's ship, but I guess he's good enough for Riker. So he's along for the ride. And they've got some photon torpedoes. Finally, we've got Chakotay. Now, if you watch Voyager, you'll remember that Chakotay was a Maquis, so he is on a Maquis Raider. And he's brought along Tom Paris and this weird focused particle beam weapon. Now this Maquis ship, you can buy a Maquis ship now if you really love the Maquis. It's called the Valjean. This one is the Gavroche. It was a participation prize in one of the Attack Wing events that I went to. So that's the only way you can get that one, unfortunately. So I guess let's go ahead. Go ahead and set up your combat dials.
All right.
Mr. Larry.
I will.
And let's see if you and the captains can put down this little uprising of rebellious first officers.
I'm thinking that if you have Barclay on your side.
Hey, Barclay's a good card.
Sure he is.
You can disable Barclay to roll 3 defense dice for each evasive you get. You can repair 1 damage to your hull.
Now, if he was actually Howling Mad Murdoch, I would be more afraid.
You know, Star Trek wasn't the only sci-fi show he was on either. He did a guest appearance on Babylon 5 as well.
Really?
Yeah, there's no game for that one though.
Oh. All right, I'm choosing. Oh, the Defiant now faster than that. Okay. All right. Defiant dials down. You want to talk about the whole dials and how?
Oh yeah. So if maybe you guys haven't seen X-Wing. X-Wing is such a popular game. It's easy to forget that maybe people haven't played it. X-Wing and Star Trek Attack Wing are based on almost exactly the same system. And it's a really fun one, and that's why I enjoy playing this game so much. The fact that they have such a cool rule system for one of my favorite IPs is just fantastic. The way it works is you've got these dials. At the start of each turn, we secretly dial it up, as I like to say. We set our maneuver dials to whatever movement we want to do. And then once everybody's got theirs set up, you reveal them. In Attack Wing, it goes with the captain with the lowest captain score first. And my first officers are pretty lousy captains, which means I'm going to have to be moving all my ships first. So, Larry, if you have your tactile set up, I guess I will begin.
I am all dialed in.
I'm going to be moving my ships first.
Alright, so pilot skills.
Sorry, Captain skills. Captain skills.
Sorry, captain
tackling.
skills.
Next swing, it's pilot skills.
Alright.
So I'm going to start with Major Kira. I put a 3 straight ahead maneuver on her dial. There's a look, in case you've never seen these before, that's kind of what they look like. So that means I'm going to take the 3 straight maneuver from over here. And she's going to move ahead. Now,
hit the debris.
At least that's what would happen normally. I paid for the warp drive refit upgrade on her ship. So whenever I do a 3 maneuver, I can actually change it into a 4 maneuver. So I'm going to do that one. And she's going to end up right up here. Next in order is Chakotay. I did a 3 for him as well. He doesn't have a warp drive warp drive refit, so he's just going to go ahead 3. And it's the same for the Enterprise D. It's also a 3. That's a green maneuver for the Enterprise D. That has to do with auxiliary power tokens or stress counters in X-Wing, and we will get to those as they come up. So he is a captain skill of 6. Cisco is also a captain skill of 6. There's this whole weird order that I don't remember exactly how it works to decide what to do in the case of ties. It's even weirder since they're both Federation captains. But whatever, I'll just do Riker first. So now it's Cisco's time to go.
And I went 4 ahead. So
4 ahead.
4 straight ahead. Here we go. We'll put these on the back edge. It's all fair.
Oh, right. And I completely forgot to do the action step. After the movement, everybody's supposed to do an action. So go me. Forgot to do those. Because all my captain skills were low, this is what I always do in these situations. I'm going to choose evasive as my action for all of them. Now, yeah, because I don't know exactly where Larry's ships are going to end up because his captains are better than mine. He gets to maneuver afterward. So to play it safe, I'm going to do the evasive action. That means I get a free dodge result that I don't even have to roll for.
3 straight ahead with Voyager. Normally, I don't even bother with actions because it's very on the first turn because it's pretty rare that you end up on turn 1 in range of each other. But you know, you might have a ship with special ability.
So Picard has 2 actions he can do.
And I'm doing something tricky.
What are you doing? All right, so you've got a right. You've got a
3.
A 3. All right, so you're doing a hard right 3.
That's right. There. We're hooking over this way. All right. And I am good.
Okay, so we can check to see if anyone's in range. The captain with the highest captain skill attacks first.
That would be Picard.
That would be Picard. So it's Picard in range and firing arc of anyone.
He's in range and firing arc of nobody.
Of nobody. All right.
Janeway is neither as well, and Cisco is not as well. So there's no firing on turn.
No firing. All right. Well, let's do round 2 then.
All right.
We pause it there to dial it up. Once again, it's going to be me going first. We've got Major Kira. Now this is a hard left with just a 1. It's actually a pretty rare maneuver. Only a few really light maneuverable ships in the game can do such a tight maneuver because the interceptors, they're really just fighters. And I mean, every once in a while, you know, I've seen people complain about the scale of this game being off, and well, it is, and I'm okay with that. The truth is, this is a tiny ship. It'd be, you know, it's not much bigger than a shuttlecraft, so it can do little crazy maneuvers like that. I don't really know what business it has being out here, fighting these Galaxy classes and Sovereign classes, but whatever. So that's Kira's maneuver.
What's her action going to be?
Her action will be...
I'm going to enjoy my 23rd century donut.
She's also going to go evasive this turn as well. Up next, we got Chakotay.
All right.
He's going to do a gradual 2. A couple things. This thing also, it may have overlapped this little piece of terrain, debris, during its movement, but that's not a big deal because the Interceptor 5 does not lose its performer action step or take damage when overlapping a planet, obstacle, or ship base. So this little guy can just ignore all the terrain, obstacles, and other ships and all that good stuff.
That's kind of cool.
So anyway, on to the Maquis Raider. Oh, additionally, these evasive counters, they do go away at the end of last turn. So I have to do all new stuff. So the Maquis Raider is going to go over here. It doesn't matter if you overlap a ship's base, just if you stop on it.
You are totally aimed right at a piece of debris for next turn.
Yes. so that will that may mess me up. I'm gonna do a target lock for Chakotay's action. He's going to target lock. Well, he's had to get Janeway, right? He's gonna go ahead and target lock the Voyager.
It's almost like he doesn't like his ex-boss.
No, I think he's got some issues with her. So target lock means I'm going to put this one here by him to show that this is the guy who has the target lock, and then the red goes on the ship that he is locked onto.
I'm locked. All right.
All right, and then we're going to do Riker last. He's going to do a nice gradual 3. And now this next step is going to be a little risky. Riker's action is if a ship targets him at range 1, he can attack back with 2 dice. And hits and crits work normally. So I'm going to do the Riker action and hope that if Larry ends up with a ship within range 1 and it attacks, I'll be able to attack back. Although having said that all out loud, there's a good chance I'll probably want to attack my other ships, but hey, whatever, we'll see what happens. And that's my last captain, so he's done the Riker action, and then it's on you.
All right, my lamest pilot, Cisco.
Cisco's got other skills.
Cisco, I need the 1, please, sir. Thank you. Defiant is just barely scooching forward. All right. And for my action, now here's the tricky part. I don't think, no, in that range. I'm going to go evasive.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Because I cannot attack anyone. Janeway. Janeway is doing a hard 2.
Man, that dial is not holding together.
Right there. All right. Hard 2.
Usually these things hold together okay, but Janeway, she's got all sorts of problems, and apparently having a crappy combat dial is one of them.
All right. I have a target lock.
Now, fortunately for Larry, normally that would put him out of the line of sight to shoot at my ships, but Janeway...
But Voyager is a
oh, right,
very
sorry,
special
the Voyager, ship. Yes. The Voyager has basically the same rule as the Enterprise D. They can shoot in any direction, but with a reduction in attack dice.
So I need to...
That is a battle stations token that will allow you to change all battle stations. When you can spend it
to hits
to change all battle station results either to successful defenses or successful hits.
We're going with that.
Battle stations.
Battle stations for Voyager. All right, that is the Voyager dial. And what is our good friend Jean-Luc going to do?
JLP.
Here he comes. He's doing a 3. He did a little.
I think he might have hit some terrain there.
Maybe. We'll see.
Oh, so he stopped.
Did he hit it?
Just barely.
Oh.
All right, so he's on a crashed starship there.
Okay, so that means I need to...
You need to roll one attack die, and if you get a hit, then you take a point of damage.
All right, and I can't perform an action, right?
No, that's just other ships.
Okay.
No
I'm
hit,
good.
so you're good.
All right, I'm good. So I can still perform an action?
You can still perform 2 actions because that's what JLP does.
That's right. So
JLP can do an action normally, and then he also
we're
gets
going
a 3
to
action.
battle stations,
Battle
and then we're going to
stations.
scan.
Okay, so scan for you X-Wing players, that's one that is not in that game. Whenever a ship scans, any ship that attacks rolls 1 less defense die.
All right.
All right, now, so unfortunately for me, you with your high captain skills, you get the best of both worlds. So which of these dirty ingrate first officers would JLP like to punish first?
I think
with the mighty
it's
phasers of
pretty,
Enterprise.
I think it's pretty obvious which captain JLP Jean-Luc is going to have the most issues with.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Does he have a beard?
He does. Sometimes he has a beard.
All right, well, so you are in the Enterprise E. That mighty sovereign class ship. Oh, actually, sorry. It technically is not the Enterprise E. We didn't have quite enough points to get the Enterprise E, so we're sitting at 99
Right, so it is
points. So it is just a sovereign class starship.
Right, so it is like the USS gets killed first.
Yeah. So
and the USS destroyed in the background.
This is it's one of these hulks that you see floating around.
All right, so here we go.
So, are you in range band 1? Because if so,
I am not. Wait, am I? I don't think I am.
Are you? See, because I want you to be. Because if you
are,
are,
I'm just.
If you are, all right.
That's right.
So that means no extra attack die for the Enterprise, but also it means that Riker will not be able to make his little retaliatory attack.
I totally did that on purpose. That was all part of my cunning plan.
I knew it.
All right, here we go. What do we got? Okay, so at range band 2, wow, this ship has 5 attack dice. That's crazy.
The ships in attack wing are much beefier.
I don't
than
even
what you're
have
used
5
to
attack
from
dice. I need one of yours.
Oh, do you? Okay. Well, there should be another one around here somewhere. You sure you don't have 5?
I'm sure. It's not in my coffee, and I didn't eat it. It's not in the donut either. All right, here we go.
Did you beam it out the airlock?
You ready? You ready? Okay, so I get 5 dice.
You get 5.
I am scanning you, so you get 1 less.
Oh, so that means I have none.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And
but there's also there's a little bit of terrain in the way.
Oh, that's true. So that gives you an extra 1.
Yeah.
So you do have 1. So I reduced you by 1, then you gained 1 back.
Yep.
Okay, and then I'm on battle stations. There we go. That is 4 hits.
All right, so that's 4 hits. One's going to be canceled because I did roll an evade.
So you take 3.
3 hits. So the Enterprise D is going to lose 3 shields. You're going to go back.
Of its 4.
Your shields go. Oh, it's 4. Yes.
I'll take that.
All right.
I'm happy.
So next is Janeway.
Janeway, she hates
she hates Riker too.
Janeway doesn't tolerate any beards. I'm Defiant. It's a tight ship. I'm sure Tom didn't Tom Paris try to grow a beard?
No,
someone on that ship had a
Tom,
beard at some point.
For all his faults, Tom knew better than to try to grow a beard on Janeway's ship.
All right, here we go. So Janeway is
so
range
to my benefit and detriment.
Okay, so when does your attack happen? Does it happen before mine or?
They're essentially simultaneous because even if you were to destroy me, I would still receive the.
Okay, so Janeway. So the Voyager has 4 attack dice. So I have my 4. Now I'm at range band 1.
So you get an extra.
So I get an extra.
And you did not scan.
I did not scan because I can't do crazy Jean-Luc Picard free moves.
Correct.
So, but I have 5.
And I will get my 1.
And I'm not firing through.
You're not firing through.
You'll get a bonus.
Yep.
There we go. Ready? Here we go. Wow.
Well, that bounced over there, but I did get an extra evade. Now you did go battle stations, so you can spend that to turn it into an attack, or you can save it till the defense phase. And if you roll a battle stations while defending,
wait, I can turn what into an attack? I can
this
turn
one.
that. Oh.
Sorry. You chose battle station distraction, so you're going to turn it into a hit. Okay.
Absolutely.
So once again, I got an evade. It's going away, and then that one will take care of my last shield. So now
that's right. No shields for you, Will Riker.
It's for Riker.
How does it feel? Riker's very used to the feeling of.
it's a sense of inadequacy that he's become familiar with.
Number 1.
All right, and last of all, you have Cisco.
Cisco
I'm hoping that you.
I'm pretty sure Cisco is just out.
Yep, he's out of arc.
I know.
Oh,
I
excellent.
screwed it up. All right.
All right. So my highest. And I forgot to do my retaliatory strike against Janeway.
Yeah, come on.
Riker's used to seducing women, not being shot at by them.
He does shoot at a lot of women.
2 battle stations, so that is no hits.
Nothing for you.
So nothing good comes of the Riker.
I have
action.
2 evade dice though. I'm gonna roll anyway just to be. That's right.
Actually, I don't think you. The attacking ship does not roll any defense dice.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like a sucker punch.
Yeah, the Riker maneuver is a sucker punch.
All right.
So it's actually what can be really useful against is cloak ships. Cloak ships are great against Riker. So anyway, so he will shoot
onto your
at
attacks.
Janeway. I've got a target lock on her with a different ship, so it only seems fair to try to put as much punishment on poor Janeway as I can. I didn't do a target lock or anything. I'm in range band 1. That means 5 dice.
Wow, that's crazy. This is on Janeway?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take my 2 defensive. The Voyager is not very evading.
That's pretty good for a big old. Well, actually, the Voyager isn't a very big ship, actually.
Yeah, it's a pretty small ship.
Yeah, maybe that's why it gets the 2, because our 2 big ships only get 1 each. Yep. Oh, additionally, if you go back and read the fine print of Voyager, we did something a little bit wrong. I don't believe it gets its full attacks when it's shooting out of arc.
You're right. It's only.
So you roll.
Yes, it is. It's 4, and it's
4.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry. So I guess it's just plain better than the Enterprise D, because the Enterprise does it's shooting in any direction at a reduced amount of dice. But anyway, I'm not shooting in any direction. I'm shooting in my front arc, and at range 1, and that means 5 dice. Let's see all.
See what you got, Riker.
3 hits.
Okay, that's pretty good.
3 hits.
Here we go. Come on, Janeway. You can do it. What would Janeway say for good luck? I don't even know what Janeway's
She
thing
would want some black coffee.
It wasn't make it so.
Like,
Yeah, it'd be like Earl.
she'd be like, "Is my hair perfectly coiffured?"
She got one. She got one.
All right.
All right. So I take two.
So you take two. It means
All right.
Janeway's losing a couple of shields.
She loses half of her shields. They are gone.
Okay. On to my next size captain. That's Chipotle, as I like to call him, Chicote.
Let's go.
He is going to use his Maquis focused particle beam. We can disable this card to perform the attack now. This is kind of a gambling man's weapon. If I get any hits, I can roll more dice.
Okay.
So let's roll first.
Who are you attacking?
I am attacking Janeway, the one who I have the target lock on.
All right. Gotcha. Let's go.
All right, so I got 2 hits, and I also have a blank, which I can re-roll from the target lock. Now I have to spend that to do it.
Yep.
So
Re-roll
this
that.
actually comes up with an interesting question. I don't know if I get to re-roll any more after this. So that's not a hit.
Okay.
So these are the 2, and these 2 get me 2 more dice, which I'm supposed to roll 1 at a time for some reason. So those are neither of those. So now the big question is, what do you think? Do I get the target lock on those or no?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Well, I do think so, but for the sake of expediency, Chicote gets 2 hits on the Voyager.
All right, here we go. Your range band. Oh, you're firing through debris.
I am firing through debris, which is too bad. But not quite at range band 3, so it's not an extra die. Oh my goodness.
Lock them both. Bonk,
That's
bonk.
what happens, Chicote, when you try to go after the boss. She ain't
That's right.
having any of that. Last of all, we've got Major Kira. Let's see. Tricky. So she can also shoot
At Janeway.
at Janeway.
And should.
And should. So the Interceptor has terrible weapons. So I'm only going to get to do 2 dice, and then I think you're going to get 4
I get
defense
4.
dice because I'm shooting through debris
2.
and at extreme range.
Yeah, range band 3, so I get an extra 1, and then an extra 1 because you're firing through debris. All right, here we go.
I want to see all blanks. All blanks. So
Got
you
the
do block
one.
it. And I
Got
spent this earlier.
Yes, I did.
but it doesn't matter.
I still blocked it.
Oh, what am I going to do with these pathetic first officers? They can't do anything right.
All right, and we will come back to you guys
After
in a
we've
second.
dialed it up. Right, we've dialed it up. So there's lots of wrecks around, lots of ships all close up to each other. So
First
we're
of
gonna
all,
have
let's
to
take all
see.
our action tokens from last turn
Very
off
good point.
because we forget.
We forget. So, got some tricky maneuvering to do here. Start with Kira. Let's see if I put her where she needs to go. So she's going to do a gradual 3.
Oh.
Now, when you, whenever you need to move a ship out of the way, it's really easy to just put this little 1 maneuver up to it, and you can move it. And you can go back to that ship, and she's going to be over here. Uh-oh. So see, I already kind of blew this one.
You're going to bump.
I'm going to bump the D.
Tonk right there.
So that means no action for her this round.
Yeah.
Or no, wait, sorry. You do not lose your perform action step or take damage when you overlap a planar obstacle or ship base. Aha! Major Interceptor for the win. So
Normally.
put the Gavroche back, but normally you would. So she will target lock. She doesn't like that there are other lady captains about. She's catty that way, so sorry ladies, I know that's really offensive. I'm just making terrible jokes. She's gonna target lock Janeway. Really the truth is that I just like to shoot a ship until it goes away. So that is Kira. Next is Chicote. Now, he actually is going to be in more trouble because he just did a gradual 1 ahead. So he will bump pretty much right into that interceptor, but what that does save him from doing is overlapping that
He's hitting the debris.
debris. So he will not take damage from that, fortunately. Then last of all, it's Riker. Let's hope I moved him far enough.
You are going to land right on top. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're going to land on top of another ship, you you slide back along the path until you are not colliding.
Yeah.
You need the super tall stem.
Actually, I'm going to go for a little sun. That means flipping it around real quick. Oh. Alright. So, wow, that was perfect. Riker is he's just never going to cooperate no matter what.
Drunk Riker.
What?
Drunk
Riker. There we go. So someone did that backwards.
That's my fault.
So we'll put him
Right there. Okay.
there. I'll just stick it
Gonna
right
totally
I know it's
right off the
Riker
base.
though.
Yeah, there you go. Just the one. You don't need both. All right.
And no action for him either because I bumped
So
in
you
there
had
as well.
3 collisions basically.
I did.
So it
And
was.
Kira's the only one who got to salvage anything from that.
All right,
Thanks
here we
to
go.
that nimble little fighter ship flying
It's
around.
time for Spencer for Hire. Benjamin for all you Spencer for Hire fans out there in the internet world who even know what I'm talking about. Look it up.
I assume that's the other show that Avery Brooks was on.
That is correct. He was the private detective Spencer in, I think, Las Vegas. He had a cool car. Yes, and a big giant gun. All right, we are going to. He has moved right there, and we are going to battle stations.
Battle stations it up.
All right, next
Janeway.
off to Janeway. Let's see what Catherine Janeway has done. Janeway is doing just a nice little subtle drift. Okay, so that puts her right. Oh, do I hit the rock? She hits the debris by a millimeter. So no action for her.
Shepard didn't know how to fly that ship right.
I agree.
No, she takes damage. She doesn't take it. She doesn't lose her action.
Oh, you're right,
She
you're right,
might
you're right.
take damage.
Okay, here we go. We're rolling it. Did she hit
Damage,
the space
damage,
rock?
damage, damage.
Oh!
I assume that's a yes.
She
All
did.
right.
She did. Okay,
All
so
right.
she
So
was-
another shield from the poor Voyager.
That's what I get, but she can do it, and if she can do an action, she is going to, she's going to scan.
All right.
Yeah, she's going to scan. Okay, and then we have a card
LP.
on the Sovereign, and he is going to, with that, I did 1 straight ahead.
So you're going to be on that debris again, aren't you?
I am. I'm full speed ahead right through it. I don't care.
Okay.
I need to be in the action. Right there. Okay, let's see if I take damage.
Oh,
I do.
Picard
It's okay.
too. Picard, Sadie. So
If the Sovereign didn't have, wasn't completely intact, I would care.
Yeah.
But it is completely intact, so we're good. We're good. And action is battle stations also.
all right.
All right. All right. We are going to. Unfortunately, Karg is no longer in the arc to keep firing on traitorous, salacious Riker. So we're going to go right after
Kira.
Kira. Yeah, I think so.
No, this is no good at all.
It's got to be Kira. Okay,
All right.
so we got 5 attack dice, and we're in range bound 1, so that is 6 attack dice.
Okay, now the nimble little interceptor will roll 3 defense dice. I hope it's enough. I probably should have gone basic.
Here we go.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Okay.
My battle stations did not come into effect.
Oh
I
no!
got 4 hits.
Oh no! So, the poor little Interceptor 5, it doesn't even have any shield.
Oh my gosh.
It only has hold, yes, unfortunately.
Is Kira Nerys out?
Kira Nerys is out.
Boom.
Before I even got to use Quark.
Drifting back to Bajor.
Oh, that's too bad.
Adios, Kira.
And she did nothing, did she? Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Well, normally
so we're
she
done
just
with that?
complains a lot, so I guess that's better than what
Next,
you
we're going to go with
usually
Janeway. Janeway is going to use her special I can shoot in any direction ability.
do. Right.
And she will be laying it right on to
Well, that's more of a Voyager thing than a Janeway
to
thing.
Will Riker.
Alright.
So that's 4 dice, which her
Okay.
special attack has, and then she's in range bound 1. Will's going to get his sucker punch attack back.
Yeah, but he can get to perform an action because he bumped
Here we go.
into her.
And you roll no dice. Because I scanned you.
Oh, that's true. I was
So
standing
you
again.
just have to take it. Here we
You just
go.
have to take it.
I can feel it. I'm going to get 5.
No, you're
I'm
not.
going to get 5 hits.
No hits,
5
all
hits.
blanks. Oh, I should have gone battle station.
I'll take the 3 hits.
But no criticals, fortunately. So we actually have to get out the damage cards now. This hasn't happened yet. Kira was just taken straight off the table.
Let's pay back for that hologram episode.
USS Enterprise, you have taken 3 of your 5 hull.
I have.
You're down to
this
2.
is Bad news.
It's like one of the mini. Remember, remember that one episode where the Enterprise got really beat up and almost blew up, and then I realized there's like 20 of those.
Yeah.
Which one?
That was payback for the time Janeway was the follow program and Riker was hitting on her.
I forgot that episode.
Oh, right. I think they're all trying to forget that episode.
Yeah.
All right, and then
If it moves, Riker will hit on it.
pretty much. And then the last one is Cisco.
Cisco.
All right, Spencer. Spencer for hire is going to go right into Chakotay.
All right.
That is the only person he can see.
Now the nimble Gavroche has 3 defense dice plus Chakotay grabbed Tom Paris from the Voyager, also feeling mutinous. Tom, when you have Thomas crew, you get to roll an extra defense dice.
Oh, that's nasty.
Isn't it?
Okay, I only have 3 attack dice.
Okay.
Defiant's supposed to be like some super amazing warship.
Yes, it is.
2 evade dice. Here you go.
They kind of flip the rules on
Are
the
you ready,
front.
Internet? Here we go. I predict 3 hits.
I predict no hits.
None at all.
But you did go battle stations.
You're right. So, yes. So 2 hits.
But
It doesn't matter.
yeah.
Your 2 evades canceled.
Yeah, so you want to keep that for defending.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Alright, now I get to shoot back.
That's right.
Terrible low captains and their terrible low captains, of course. Riker is going to go after Janeway. I'm going to keep shooting the ship that I have been shooting. He's feeling a little vengeful as well. So, Enterprise D has 4 attack dice and it's a range band 1. That means 5 attack dice. Steal something over there. So, no rerolls, no anything else because I didn't get an action because I ran into stuff.
This is on Janeway?
On Janeway.
Alright, so I get
Oh wait, but you're out of arc, so I roll 1 less.
I get 2 defense dice.
Okay. Look at that, just 1.
That's what I want to see.
Riker.
That's some
Riker. This is why Picard never lets you
not a
drive.
straight shooter. If you got Warp on there, I'd probably be all blown up by now.
And
Boom.
that's
That's my
it.
1 evade. I'll take that.
Janeway is too nimble.
She's tricksy.
All right, and that just leaves Chakotay.
You should totally go after the Defiant.
No, I'm gonna keep going after Janeway.
All right. Wow, that's a long shot. That's
Range
range band 3.
Yep, definitely range band 3.
Yep. Okay.
I've got to get some hits eventually, right?
Something.
You know what the weirdest part is? Literally neither of us have rolled a single critical hit this entire game.
That is weird. I don't even know what the critical hit symbol looks like.
It's this weird
Oh, it's that
blasty
one.
thing. All right, Chakotay.
Okay.
I believe in you. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But I think you can do Chakotay. So don't even roll your dice. Don't even roll your defense dice. Should have left you in the Delta
Star
quadrant.
Trek attack, my folks. Star Trek attack.
All right, another turn. So pause it and come back when you're all dialed in. All right, we're all dialed in. Things aren't looking good for our little upstarts. But did you ever think that they would? Did you really think for 1 second that they would be able to win here? All right, we're gonna do Chakotay first.
All right.
We're gonna do a gradual 2. Now that will definitely take him into the Enterprise E. But that's okay. I planned this. This is actually the real reason I didn't spend that target lock last turn. Haha. So no action, but I'm already target locked.
Okay.
So that's good. The Galaxy class, the Enterprise, it's just going to go straight ahead 2. And it will likewise do a target lock with the Voyager.
Uh-oh. See, the Voyager and the Galaxy class are both interesting because both of them have special abilities that let them fire
In any direction.
in any direction. With those crazy, you've seen the show, you've seen how those phasers shoot out in all different directions.
All right.
Whereas all these other ships have to fire forward.
Yep.
Okay, here we
You'd think
go.
they would have done that with the Sovereign class, but
All right, Mr. Cisco. That is a 2 90-degree bank. Right here. That is going to totally hit someone. I can feel it.
Yep.
Oh, all right. So he's going to go basically there.
We are going to get so made fun of with our terrible maneuvering, but that's fine. We're having fun.
It's okay. I mean, you've seen Star Trek episodes. Those ships hit each other all the time.
Oh yeah. That's one of the biggest things they do. All right, so
Where do you think these tokens come from? So no action for him. He's sad. Okay. He's okay. He's okay. Next is
Janeway.
Janeway. Janeway will not be involved in a collision. Janeway is doing a very slight flank to that direction.
Interesting.
That is actually called I forgot, and that's just the die from last turn.
Well, you see, this may be very good.
This could be very, very bad for me.
Because the thing is, if you leave the table, you then Janeway has fled the battlefield.
Yes.
And is gone from the game.
I have a plan.
I think subconsciously you have some very strong feelings about Janeway that are expressing themselves. And how you
I was like, wait, I was about to flip and I went, oh wait, why is your dial down here?
Now, for those of you going, wait, the Galaxy class can go backwards, so surely Janeway should be fine. If you look at the Intrepid class card over there,
It cannot go backwards.
it is actually a very poorly maneuvered ship. It's no going backwards, it doesn't even have a full come about, so Janeway, I think, is going to go off the board next turn, so she better shoot Riker down while she still can.
And Picard. However, he knows what he's doing.
Picard knows what he's doing. That's
Yes.
good.
Clearly, I just forgot to do the Janeway card.
You never really get to do Picard though. So see, that's my point. Is you like Picard? I don't think you like Janeway that much. I don't think you want to run the
I could
table
see
anymore.
this. All right, and shooting. Oh, and his action, he's going to battle stations.
Well,
Actually, she's going to battle stations too, because she needs to. She only has the one chance.
since it looks like Janeway's going to be out of my hair next turn.
You know who else is going to be out of your hair next turn? Will Riker.
Hey, you've only got one beat.
You keep on thinking that.
Well, and I spent my target lock on Janeway, but I'm not going to bother shooting her. I'm actually going to start shooting at poor Sisko. Sisko's actually probably my favorite captain, but that doesn't mean he doesn't deserve to die for whatever reason. So go off and be with the Prophet, Sisko. Riker is going to do a rear attack at Sisko.
Okay.
That means 3 dice. It's in range band 2, so no extra attack dice, no extra defense dice. Oh, Riker! Riker, how did you ever get promoted to first officer?
He slept his way
If
to
I'd
the top.
just gone battle stations and not target lock, that would be 3 hits. But nope, no, I had to go target lock, so...
All right, Janeway. Janeway is going to go right at Riker.
And you didn't even say, I just totally went out of sequence. Picard's actually supposed to go
Who
first.
can't fire at anyone.
Oh, that is
you are
correct.
next, and then Janeway. So,
But it should have been
We did it correct.
Sisko going first
we did it correct.
at presumably Chakotay in the Maquis ship. Or no, but Janeway's an 8, so yes.
It is Janeway.
All right, Riker. So
Okay,
I'm gonna
Janeway.
get 2 extra.
Janeway has taken her 4.
I got my. She didn't scan, so I got 1,
Yep,
and then through train is another.
that's right. You got your 2. Here we go, Janeway.
You can do this, Riker. Don't die. Don't die on me. Oh, he made it.
That's 1.
So your battle stations becomes a hit, but you don't have to spend it. But I don't know what else you would spend it on, but I dodged.
All right, Janeway missed. Use that. Okay. Sisko.
Yep.
Sisko is going to fire on Chakotay.
Chakotay.
Sisko has 3 attack
4
dice.
dice.
We're range band 1, so that's a bonus. So 4 attack dice. Sisko also has a special ability.
You're beginning to use that.
I can re-roll any of my attack or defense dice, any one. So we're going to go with that. And I'm going to re-roll this guy.
Ooh, so that's 2 crits.
That's 2 crits and a hit.
Fortunately for me, the Gavroche has not been damaged yet. It has 3 shields, so
you-
all 3 of those shields are going to go
You
away.
evaded twice.
Oh, I did evade twice. Haha! I evaded twice, so
You lose
only
one-
one of those
you
shields
lose
will
one
go
shield.
away.
I know, you're just...
I just wanna see Chakotay
he's
die.
just used to losing.
I'm so sick
all
of
the
that
time.
smug look he always has on his face. I just want him out here. Alright.
Now it's Chakotay's turn.
And now it is Chakotay's turn. Chakotay is definitely in arc with Sisko. The Gavroche is not a very shooty ship. It only has 2 dice normally, but it will get 3 because of the close range. So 3 attacks to your 2 defense. Come on, Chakotay. Oh, look at that, Chakotay.
that's
He's
not
talking
bad.
smack. Did
2
okay,
hits.
did okay for himself.
1 evade. So
Alright.
I take 1.
Yes, you
The
do.
Defiant is untouched, so that is its first shield lost.
All right. And that is turn.
We are back. Because I subconsciously hate Catherine Janeway, and for some reason just didn't give her a movement dial last turn.
Looks like
so
she's
had to-
gonna-
so she turned it in exactly the wrong direction. She will be headed back to trying to find her way home across the Delta Quadrant.
I think she's terrified of Riker's beard.
She has been.
Well, hang on. Let's just go ahead and do its style properly.
All right, that's
Would
fine.
you?
Okay, so the first
So
yes.
is
Come on,
me
Chakotay.
first. It's Chakotay.
Yes.
He's going to do a hard 2. So So he comes over here.
It's a good maneuver.
Yeah, and I'm just the clumsiest guy with the maneuver dials today.
Right.
He will go ahead and he's going to change his target lock from the Voyager to the Defiant.
All right.
Although I probably won't shoot at it right now.
Okay. Next is
Riker. So he's going to use that cool key maneuverability that the D class can do. He's going to go backwards 2.
Oh, that is really interesting.
Suddenly, I'm terrified that that's going to bump me into Chakotay. But
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm good.
That is crazy. 2 back.
2 back.
That is a. For
No.
people who play X-Wing, that is a crazy concept.
Now, unfortunately, that crazy concept will cost me an auxiliary power token, which means no action for Riker this turn. So on to you. Cisco is your lowest captain, so he's going to be maneuvered first.
Cisco is doing a 2 bank.
Oh, onto the...
Cisco does not care.
Cisco doesn't care? Oh, alright then.
Okay. All right.
And
No action for me. Oh wait, no.
Yeah, you do have to...
I could hurt myself. I do. That's 3 per 3. These are dangerous rocks.
Yeah. Well, they're actually chunks of spaceships floating in space.
All right.
It's funny, you can see how low res they are. They're actually screen caps from like some episode of the Next Generation.
I think that's the episode where the Horde attack and blow up the Federation.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is as well. Alright, so this is not about me rubbing it in at all. It's also not about me wanting to watch Janeway die. I just think people at home should see how this works. Oh, really?
Off she goes.
So yeah, we spent a long time. We even took out some maneuver dials to check, maneuver templates, and there was no way she could make it. The Intrepid class is just not maneuverable enough to
So I totally
come
screwed
out.
up.
Yeah. Yep. These
Which-
things happen.
It does happen. These things do happen. And Picard, in the Sovereign class, is doing a 3.
A 3 bank. What? Oh, right out of this Chakotay's arc.
That's right.
How long am I going to chase you around, I wonder?
And there we go.
Alright, so
I have no fire.
you have no fire.
The only person who can fire
about Riker.
this turn is Riker. Because the
Yeah.
Enterprise can fire in any direction.
He's going to
Enterprise
keep
D.
trying to chip away at the Defiant shields. So that's 3 attack dice. Oh no, wait, we're range band 1, so that's 4. Again, he's not getting the full value of the Enterprise D because he's not shooting his forward arc. Hey, all right, Riker. Only flying decently. Oh, but look at Cisco, man. Cisco's jinking all over the place. So that is
2 for 2, so that cancels out your 2, and I just take...
no. I got 3.
Yeah, so we cancel out those 2.
And then you get a critical.
I get a critical, but I still
You
have
still have
shields.
shields, so
So we just take a shield.
all is not lost. Plus the Defiant can't take criticals. Doesn't matter.
Oh, right.
The Defiant takes criticals is normal. And that's it. So that was a quick turn. And we're dialed in. Chakotay goes first. He's going to do a come about. It'll probably smash him into some rocks, but hopefully it won't matter. So he's over here. And that means he gets to turn around. And let's see if he smashes into rocks. Oh, he does. Alright, so the Gavrage loses its second shield. And he's already locked on to Cisco. Target locks stay from turn to turn, so I will give him this battle stations token that was hanging out over there from, I think, Voyager. Next is Riker. He's going to do a green maneuver, just a little 1 ahead, to get rid of that auxiliary power token. He only has 2 hull left. He's in really bad shape, and since he has a lower captain skill than everybody else, I'm going to give him an evasive token to hopefully mean that he'll survive, but he is not looking good right now.
All right. Next we go to Cisco.
All right, Cisco.
Cisco is doing a 3 come about. Thank you. I'm just going to put him right here.
Oh, look at that.
flip him around.
Whoo! Was that the noise Cisco always liked to make?
Yes. That was the Spencer noise.
Oh, that was a Spencer noise. Okay.
He also.
I think he did it like twice on Deep Space Nine, but.
And then the producer said, "We don't. The captains don't whoop whoop in the 23rd millennium. That's just not. That is inappropriate. They drummed that out of you at Starfleet Academy.
Right.
It unsettles the crew. So he is there, and he cannot, because that was a red maneuver, he cannot perform an action, but I'm in a pretty happy spot.
Oh, wait.
He's good.
Wait. I have been forgetting to do this the whole game.
Yes.
Will you let me take back my evasive action?
Yes.
Alright. So this is a risk. I'm going to try to use Barclay. You guys remember him? Broccoli. Now, Barclay, I can disable the card and roll 3 defense dice. For each evasive I get, I can repair 1 hull.
Oh!
So let's see if this
Really?
happens. Yeah, I got so into it, I forgot about poor Barclay. He cost me 4 points, Barclay. Come on, you can do it, buddy. One hull back. So that's
Alright.
basically the same as the evasive, because it's kind of sort of canceling a hit.
That is a really cool ability.
But now he's disabled, so I have to spend an action to undisable him, and then I have to spend
So you can
another
do it
action
again.
to use him again.
Wow.
Yes,
That's
I
not
could
bad.
do it again, but it'd be a while.
Okay. Alright, that's pretty good. And then we do Picard.
Picard.
Picard is doing... Oh, you're going to love this one. He's doing a 3 bank, which is going to take him right into you.
Ooh. And he's going to have a little piece of himself on the terrain once again.
And he hit the rock too.
And he hit the rock.
I know, we are some really awesome captains over
Here
here.
we go.
Doesn't hurt himself.
Because it's the JLP, he doesn't take any damage.
And he gets a free action regardless because he's JLP. And he is going to...
If you can take your regular actions, you don't get to do the free ones. If you bump things, that's just
Oh, it is a free action, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so he can't do it.
Right. Unfortunately.
Alright, I'm ready. We're ready to go.
We are. Yeah. All right. Riker.
Attacking.
Oh, Riker. Not even your beard will save you this time.
So that is... Wow, the software just really has a lot of
It sure does.
attack dice. That's 5 attack dice. Range band 1. That's 6 attack dice. I don't have any rerolls, I don't have any special tricks, I just have 6 attack dice. Which should do it. I mean, you only have 3 hull left.
I've got 1 defense.
You got 1 defense.
All right, Picard. It's all you. Who's at the helm? Oh, I got 1 dodge. Oh, he's still alive.
He's still alive.
It's gonna take Cisco.
If Barclay hadn't done that, you would have been dead.
Yeah, but if I'd evaded, it would have been the same thing. But
Alright, fine. Down to 1.
down to 1.
Here we go. This is when Cisco, he pulls out that baseball. And you know how he pulls that baseball out whenever he gets anxious. He's going to pull out that baseball, and here you go, Riker.
Is that really your role? You're just gonna put him down?
I'm not putting them, that's not a roll. I'm
okay,
handling them.
You're
I'm
okay.
handling them.
You're fondling.
I'm looking up to see, because I don't actually know how many attack dice he rolls.
He's gonna be rolling 4.
He's got 3, and then he's at range band 1, so he's going to roll the 1 extra. So here we go.
Yep.
I need 1 hit to get through. Oh, okay, Riker's squirrely.
He's a squirrely little guy.
All right, here we go. I have to get 2 hits, and Riker's going down. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
There it is.
1, 2.
There it is.
Cancel out.
Oh, Riker.
And the
Riker
Enterprise,
is no more.
The Enterprise D goes down.
For the second time.
All right.
So that just leaves Chakotay.
Who gets a shot?
He is out of range of the Defiant, which he has the target locked on, but he can still shoot at the E, which will get an extra defense because of the terrain, and also because
And
of range
range.
band 3.
That's 2 extra defense dice.
All right,
So I
roll
get-
that wimpy little, your wimpy little gun there. Nothing.
All
Oh no,
right.
I do have battle stations.
So you got 1. All right. Evade. Blocked it.
All right. So that's it. Can Chakotay save the day? I highly doubt it, but we're still going to try. Okay, we're back for what is unfortunately probably going to be the last turn. Before I reveal my dial, I have to acknowledge a little mistake I made last turn when the Gavroche did its come about. I should have put an auxiliary power token on it. So that means it would not have been able to do battle stations, but as you all saw, it didn't matter. But still thought I should point that out. Now, because it should have an auxiliary power token on it, I did a green maneuver this turn. That will get rid of that auxiliary power token. He's going to do a little one ahead. And that will get rid of that, which will allow me to do an action. That action will be to undisable my focus particle beam so I can use it again, because man, that 2 attack dice is beyond anemic. It is just nowhere near enough. And that is it for Chakotay. You're the last hope of the Uprising.
All right, we're on to
Chakotay.
Cisco. Cisco is doing a 1 bank to the right, just a nice little, which is also a green maneuver because he was on auxiliary power because he did that.
He did do the come about as well,
come
yeah.
about last turn, so he did a green maneuver, which will let me take that off.
And then let him do an action.
And let me do an action.
So is he gonna lock on?
I am
Scan,
going to.
or-
I'm going to scan because Chakotay's ship is really maneuverable, and I want it
Yeah.
to not have defense dice.
It's Tom. It's Tom Paris doing it. Picard's gonna
Tom
run
Paris.
into. He's gonna run into the Defiant, isn't he?
Okay, and then and of course he's not because he's doing a 3 bank.
Alright.
Just gonna put him.
Oh, that's really close though.
No, he'll be fine.
Oh man. How do you feel about that, Chakotay? You got your little Maquis Raider there, and you're facing down a Sovereign class and the Defiant.
And the Defiant.
How does that make you feel?
And Jean-Luc, he's gonna. Well, first of all, we're gonna battle stations. Just the normal ship, and then Jean-Luc is going to use his free ability and scan.
All right. Oh, things are looking pretty bad. So Jean-Luc gets the first opportunity to wipe Chakotay off the face.
So are we
of
at
the galaxy.
rangeman 1 or 2? It looks like it's kind of close. What do you think?
We are. Picard is at 1, just barely.
All right.
but
Okay,
Cisco
Picard. Okay,
is-
so that Sovereign class is crazy with its 5 attack dice.
All right.
Okay, so we got so it has 5,
And then another.
and then we're in range band 1, so it gets the extra, so that's 6. I get to choose, and I have scan and battle station, so I get to turn any of the battle stations count as hits.
And Tom Paris's die is going to be discarded because of that scan.
Yeah, and the scan reduces your defense
So
by
I'm
1.
only rolling 3.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, still 2
2
dodges.
evades, all right.
2 evades. 2 evades. Oh no!
Oh, that is
Oh,
4 hits
no.
and a critical, and that's an automatic hit, or that's a reroll.
It's a hit if you choose to spend the scan.
It's a hit.
Okay. So let's see. Gavrach had 1 shield left. It has 3 also. Let's count. 1.
This is like a little
2.
Sesame Street episode, so that's a 1, and the 2, and the destroy.
Destroy. All right. So, who would have guessed the Uprising has failed? It turns out when you put Kira, Chakotay, and Riker together as a fleet, they don't do so well. Who would have ever imagined?
So guys, that was Star Trek Attack Wing. We had a super fun time.
Real quick,
Uh-oh.
what I really want to think about is
Keep on going.
what is Picard's call to the Federation like? What's he going to tell them about Janeway fleeing the battlefield? Yeah, it was just Riker and Kira. And Janeway just ran away.
I think
Janeway just ran away.
I think she did so little during this battle that it'll just be a. We saw a strange sensor echo. It might have been the Defiant, but clearly they're
I mean,
halfway
you
across
guys
the
just
galaxy.
promoted her to Admiral, and she just fled the battlefield from a Bajoran interceptor and a Maquis Raider. I do a terrible Picard.
that is a terrible. That's more like a James Mason.
Yeah.
It's kind of what you have going there. That's pretty good. So there you go. Star Trek Attack Wing. It's super fun, super easy. You can buy these ships pretty much anywhere online. Any game store has them. WizKids.
WizKids, yep.
If you play X-Wing, you already pretty much know how to play it.
Yeah, the biggest difference is if you overlap a ship, you lose your perform action step. And I think the terrain's handled a little bit differently, but I know Attack Wing better than X-Wing, so I can't quite attest to that.
But we had a super fun time, and we will definitely be having more of these in the future. I'm a giant Romulan fan myself.
Oh, there you
so
go.
I'm using the Romulan fleet.
And so, like I said, a big part of this is, it's just about the fun and silliness. If you love Star Trek, you can concoct whatever ridiculous scenario you want. And what's interesting to me, outside of this silly scenario we cooked up, is stuff like, because it's not the show, you can see what happens when Romulans fight Klingons or when the Dominion fights Romulans, because that's something you never see. The Federation is always the forefront of the show, so you get to have fun with the other factions that you don't see as often.
You also get the really neat thing of the range of ships that Star Trek Attack Wing
Yeah,
has.
there are a ton.
There's a ton of them, and they cover everything from like all the way up through the movies, all the way back to like Enterprise with Archer and those guys. So
Yeah.
you can do, and because anyone who's a Star Trek fan knows that what's the favorite thing Star Trek writers love to do when they're bored? Time travel.
Time travel episodes,
So every time travel crazy scenario you can ever dream of, you can put it on the board.
Yeah, so if you want to do 3 Enterprises with 3 different Enterprise captains, you can do that. You can have the NX-01 and the original Constitution class, right?
Yep.
And then you can have the Galaxy class. You can even have 5 Enterprises, although I guess Riker would have to be the captain of the last one because he was the captain of that one with the weird 3 nacelle ship.
You put Troy in charge.
Yeah, put Troy in charge.
She was in charge for that one episode.
Oh, and yeah, I actually had her. I never bothered to use her action.
Deanna. All right, guys, there you go. Thanks for watching.
Oh, and one more thing. The weirdest part, perhaps, this tiny little interceptor, 15, but then so is this gigantic queen vessel that is freaking humongous. All the ships, with one exception, are 15, and then the Borg Tactical Cube is 25. So, yeah, I mean, it seems like a lot at first for a little tiny ship, but I mean, I think of it more as a game expansion. Yeah. If you play any
you
other
get all
minis,
the cards.
yeah, you get a bunch of cards and other special rules and stuff. And so, like, this little ship, I didn't use the ability, but it has an upgrade card that lets it use this crazy thing. So
Wow,
you get
that's
this
nuts.
extra maneuver dial that comes with it, so then it can do
That's
that.
cool.
But it seems to be too expensive to use in the game, so I don't know. I haven't bothered with it after the first couple times. But yeah, lots of fun. Make your own crazy scenarios. That's what I like about it anyway.
All right, BoLS fans, thanks for watching. Have a good one.